Hi everyone, welcome to the How to Craft Network studio. My name is Tony Darrick and today's a super special show. This is your celebration box, your third one, and this is sweet like honey. Whew, it's a good one, guys, it's a good one. So if you are watching this show, it's probably because you've scanned the QR code or you've just stumbled by Stamps by Me on our wonderful channel and you've come to get some inspiration. So let's talk about the box. This is the third box out of 8. And as far as I can see, you are all absolutely loving the celebration boxes. I mean, like, I get so many wonderful messages, so thank you so much. So each one comes each month and you get a surprise inside. And let's talk our way through this wonderful box. Now, you do get the box, and this one is the one with the cute ducklings on the front and that lovely bird and the flowers. You get the QR code on the back. I'm not going to unwrap this one because this is beautifully wrapped for one of our lovely, lovely customers, but I have it out, mine ready to go. So we're going to do a cute demonstration. I have no idea what I'm going to do, and that's the whole purpose of these QR codes, is we experience playing with the goodies together. So if you have your box at home and you're crafting along, wonderful. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to, and pop a comment underneath if you enjoyed today's show. So let's have a look what's in the set. So let's go through them one by one. So first of all, we always get a gorgeous paper pad, don't we? Let's have a look. So we have sweet like honey. Ooh, totally different, hey? I don't think there's any florals in. Oh, there might be. Might not be any florals. We'll see, we'll see. So sweet like honey, 12 designs, 36 pages. You've got a lot to go at here, guys. So let's have a look at some of the designs in here. Now, they are uncoated, so you don't have to worry about stamping onto them, being creative. They will take your paints, your watercolours. Oh, ooh, this is a bit fancy. Look at these. So you have your sort of all surfaces, your planes, your textures, and then we have the patterns, and of course you can fussy cut the designs if you want to. We've got a nice mix in one with this one, not two separates because we have a nice big die in this one as well, but you have a nice mix of pattern papers which are so delightful, so colourful. You're going to be able to make a ton of cards or projects with these. So you get the sweet like honey. And let's have a look what's next. Then we get our sweet like honey stencil, and this is a mask. So the middle comes out and you're left with that sort of shape in there as well. So you can create the lovely honeycomb style on the backs of cards, on the fronts of cards. What's next? Oh, there is a flower. I'm sorry about me. And I'll probably be using this. So we have the wonderful flower which creeps in there. You get this lovely design here, which works beautifully with the die. In a second, we have 2 bees. And then we have the word thank you down the side. This is a really go-to stencil for me. I love this one. Then we have a sheet of quotes, which you can fussy cut out because of us not having stamp sets with words. We've put this sheet in, so you've got it totally covered from the get-go. So some nice words on there. We also get this wonderful sentiment in here. Sometimes there are not enough words to capture the essence of a truly thankful heart and put it on paper. So this is my way of saying you are one in a million and you never truly know the difference you've made. Thank you for everything. I mean, how wonderful is that? Oh, love that one. And then we have our big A5 die set in this one as well. So you get the sort of hexagons, which are wonderful, and you get the exterior die to interchange and connect the hexagons. This hexagon also works with the wonderful hexagon background here. So if you want to put some colour behind the die cuts, you can interchange the stencils with the dies, which is wonderful. The large B and the outline too. So shall we get cracked straight on? Do you like it so far? I love this collection. Something a little bit different, and it's always nice to get something that's going to push your boundaries. Before I get into a sample though, I am going to show you some before I get into demo, I'm going to show you some samples. I won't show all of the products again in every video, so continue to scan those QR codes to be inspired with just demonstrations. So let's have a look at these here. So I have lots of lovely, lovely samples. So this is that wonderful quote, pattern papers in here. What about just some miniature cards with all of the beautiful embellishments in here? Tags. I love how the theme isn't just yellow. We have greens, we have blues, we have teals. Lots to go out. Look at this bee here on that vellum background. Look at that. That's our all surfaces incorporated in. You all love our all surfaces. I love these too. These would make great note cards. Absolutely wonderful. Some more tealy colours here. Another hexagon card. I love how the hexagons interchange. I love, love, love this collection. This is beautiful. So this is a wash with some of the other stencils built in, that lovely sentiment, and then a big thank you on the bottom. So although this reads beautifully, the focus is thank you. Love it. This is nice. This is like a journal page, Karen. This is wonderful. And then outlined, and then the lovely words tucked in the side there. And again, this is nice. Oh, must be going through a phase of Karen. More hexagons, and the interchanging and the bits that come out, she's used as decorative elements on there as well. Always be positive, no rain, no flowers. That's nice, isn't it? That looks real to me. Love, love, love. And then this one here, built up with all of the embellishments from the paper collection. All works seamlessly together. I love this collection. Have I said that already? Right, I'm going to create a card. So let's be creative together. Now, if you want to scan the QR code and be inspired, then you've come to the right place. But equally, I'm sure you're just going to run away with the box and just be creative yourself. Don't forget, keep them in the boxes if you want to, or if you want to use the boxes as gifts for somebody else, decorate them up if you want to. But I always feel like you'll be able to revisit these boxes because there is no way you're going to use all of those papers. No way. So put all of the embellishments back in the box, and then when you're having a bit of a moment and you want to try something different or the season's changed, you can revisit your box. So I've got a teal card here. So I'm going to grab some of my pattern paper. Now, this is the hard part, isn't it? Deciding. Now, let's have a look together. I think I'm going to go, let's go this one. I like this one. So I do the card complete from start to finish, and there'll be several QR codes, so continue to scan the QR codes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim my card down. My card is a little bit big. Make it appropriate. So any card blank, I'm using a teal one. You can use any colour you want to, of course. I hope everyone's having a great day. Is it what you expected? Drop a comment underneath this video. Is it what you expected in today's, in this box? Let me know. Please let me know. And I'm open to feedback because we're doing this again next year, changing it up a little bit, but we're doing it again next year for our birthday. Again, super, super cool. So I've just trimmed my card here. I'm just creating a mat and layer basically, and I'll show you in a second. Let me just get my cuts done. I'm going to trim my card a little bit as well, take a bit off the base. I never waste card either. Do we need to mat and layer this one? I've no idea where this card's going, by the way. I'm going to use that flower stencil, of course. It's me. I'm just going to take a piece of black as well, just to give me a little bit of, so can you see here? Just going to create a black mat and layer. So I'm just going to trim this down. So I think we've got our mat and layers. Piece of black. Oof, that looks nice, doesn't it? And then we need to do like a area for, have I got a light colour in this paper pad? Let's have a look. I think I did see like a nice light washy colour. Or was it a stripe I saw? Pale, pale, where's the pale? Sure I saw it, but there we go, the stripe. This is going to get totally put, oh, hang on a minute. Decisions. You know what we should do to stop us from having to decide? We should just totally just go like this, and then someone goes, stop, stop, stop. I'm going to go with, let's go with this one. I'm going for a bright card today, guys. So let's just move that to one side. So I need this to be a panel in the center. So again, I'm just going to go by eye. Trim this one down. As you can see, I do everything by my eye. And I'm just going to grab a piece of black as well and do a matte and layer for this because I think it'll help it pop from the page. Not too much of a thick layer, because if you do it too thick, it distracts from the paper, and the paper's really pretty, so I don't really want to do that. So black. There we go. You can see it's coming together quite beautifully. Right. Save all my bits. Very precious about my bits, as you know. Save all of those. Get rid of these. Right, so let's have some fun with this stencil then. Let's see what I can do with this stencil. So let's grab our stencil. Excited just a bit. So let's get the stencil with the flower on. So out pops my 2 bees as well. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just show you on some black. So they come out of the stencil too. So you have the wonderful little bee masks as well, which I think I'll use as well. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? So this is the piece that I'm going to work on. Let's just set this aside. Bring in our floral. I'm going to have my floral come up the side and over. Higher. There we go. I'll just hold that in place with my magnet. And let's get some ink. Right, so first I always start light. So I'm going to go yellow on yellow. You're probably thinking that's crazy because the card's yellow. I know, but I can build on it, okay? So let me just move my little, these are so cute. So stinking cute. Right, to move it out of the way. Let's get a blending brush. So let's do yellow. It might come out quite dark, you see. In fact, I just need my mat because that is going to squidge on there. Drive me insane. Right. So let's see. You never know. I quite like the dark. Really pressing on here with this yellow. Let's just have a quick look. Hopefully you'll see something. It is there, but it's not as much as I'd like it to be. So I'm just going to pop it back on. And now I'm going to add a little bit of teal because there's teal in my background paper too. So let's grab a tealy colour. This is what I've got here, cracked pistachio. Let's try this one. Green actually, but it'll be all right. And let's just add a little bit of green on top. And brush it all the same way so it maybe looks like a little bit of a shadow. Let's see what that looks like. Now we're talking. However, I feel like I need to add something else. So I'm going to go on with a little bit of white. Let's see if we can add a bit of white just to make it pop just that little bit more. Let's just get another brush. It's coming together nicely, this one. So let's grab some white. Now, if you went through these with your sparkly gold from iZink, imagine the wow factor there then. I'm just going to help myself out a little bit just to Let's get a little bit of white, and I'm just going to maybe just a little bit, just a touch. Tap it off. Now remember, if you use the white, you will have to blast it off with your gun just to set it. So it's pigment ink, it's a bit oily. So I don't want to do it too much. I don't want to disrupt, but I would like a little bit of a, what's the word, the glow. And because we've used a dark paper underneath, what will happen is this white's really going to pull the design to the foreground, she hopes. You all know me well by now. It won't be going in bin, that's a certainty. I'll keep going until I'm blue in face, as you know. So let's have a look how that looks then, guys, shall we? My goodness me, that looks like it is texture paste, doesn't it? It looks 3D. How cool is that? I promise you it's not. I love it. However, I've lost a bit of my yellow. So, sorry, I'm going to keep working. Just going to bring that yellow back on those tips. I love craft. I love craft. Let's get some, I'm just going to bring that yellow back a little bit more intense on the edges. Just to sort of like, I don't want to lose it all, sort of like lost it too much, but it does definitely look like texture paste. I love it. I think I surprised myself there. You sometimes see, don't you, when I get surprised. So I'm just pushing back that little bit of white now, just a little bit, just on the tips, just to try and make that colour pop. But I've left the white in that bit there. Lost all my white completely there, but just on the tips, really get that colour. Let's see what this looks like now. Now, wonderful. Absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do now, let's just see if it works. It might not, but let me just grab a white gel pen and let's just see if I outline, is it going to show? No, not really. Let's just try a bigger area. No, not going to show. But if I have a black one, maybe, let's have a look. Let's try, this is black's going to be amazing because it's going to pull those bees, the colour of the bees in. So let's just do a little area first. So I'm not going to do it all, I'm just going to highlight some of the areas and go for the simple areas, guys. I say I'm not going to do it all, I'll end up doing it all, and I just get carried away. If you do this and you've got a little bit of a tremor, a little bit of a cheat for you, if you get your stencil and put your stencil back on, draw within the lines of your stencil. That's a great, see how I've sort of like not got it perfect there? I'm not too precious about it though. So if you hold it in place like so, then you could take your pen and just go seamlessly within your stencil. It does actually look way neater, guys, if you do it with the stencil. So do it with the stencil. Just bear in mind, I haven't blasted off that white. It's not taking too well in the areas where we've used our white smut. But as soon as I blast it off, You can go back in and obviously pop it back in. So it's all coming together. Oh, don't let it move though. Don't let it move. Getting giddy. Showing off. Did your mum used to say that? You're just showing off. Maybe you don't want to highlight them all. In the tiny ones, I'm not going to highlight. I'm just going to go for the bigger areas because it's a little bit easier. So let's just get some of this line detail in here too. It's easier to put the lines in now the white ink is drying. I think that maybe I'll just do a line down that one. Let's see what that looks like. Now we're talking. Just missed the line there. Well, I have to say, this has turned out beautiful. I love that. I hope everyone else does like it as much as me. Now I feel like I need to go back on and add some white because now it's outlined, the white is going to pop. So experimenting. You think if I add the white though, it might smudge the black? Let's have a look. I'll do it first so you don't do it at home and then make a hash of it. You could paint through this stencil as well. The gaps are good enough for that too. So I'll just pop this back on as straight as I can. And then I'm just going to add a bit more white. Because now I've got that outline, I don't feel like I'm going to lose it as much. So a bit of white. Maybe if I pounce. Because it is a pigment ink, it will move around a little bit. Who spends this much time on a stencil? Oh, only me. No, I'm not joking. I know a lot of you like to do your stenciling technique. Hopefully now we're going to get a little bit more pop. Now, there we go. I am so happy. That is really, really pretty, guys. It really is. And you get that bees in the background as well. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And I'm also, whilst I've got this stencil out, we've got thank you on here, look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a strip of black and I'm going to stencil thank you onto the strip of black in white. And we'll dry it off with our gun. Hopefully this won't look a hash. Got a bit of yellow on there as well. More like a cream. And I'm pouncing on this, not swiping as such. I get a nice, hopefully get a nice print. And there we go, we have thank you. How nice is that? So let's just grab our gun and dry this off because it's got that white on it, it'll smudge. If you did, I'm just going to come up with an idea there, but I thought, you know what, no, I'm going to do it for you. I'll do it for you in a video. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take the paper pad, get my papers, although we do have those lovely mask bees, I'm going to use them in a different video. And I'm just looking for a bee. Here we go, a whole page of bees, look at these. So how do you decide I like him? I'm going to cut him out. I'm just going to take the world's biggest scissors. Don't you just love how they're on like an arty background? So I'm just going to take the bee. I'm not going to be too precise here, and because his legs are his legs, I'm not going to cut them away because I can't be bothered. I'm just going to go around them best I can, okay? Don't have to be the world's best fussy cutter to get a nice image. And because you've got that nice bleed, I'm certainly not going to go around its antennas there. I'm sorry, they've got to go. Because you get that nice watercolour bleed underneath, it still looks like it's part of the design, doesn't it? So around that leg, in a little bit, around this leg. Jeepers, that's a long leg. In. Best I can get in a bit more there. There we go. And then round the bottom, round his bottom. So you still get a wonderful bee. Look at that. Even though we haven't cut it great, because I can't, I'm rubbish at it, it still looks fabulous. And that's because he's not on a white piece of cardstock on the back, he's on a wash. That's why we love the arty sort of effect. So let's get this card put together. Oh, let's just cut our thank you here. So we're just going to cut him down here. You can pop it in your guillotine. You want to do it perfectly straight, like so. So, all we've used is a stencil. How cool is that? Right, so let's build our card. Super cool. So black piece of card here. Onto teal. And I've done a really small border here, guys, because we've got a lot of colour going on. So to have big matte and layers, it would probably look a little bit cumbersome. So I've done really thin layers. So you can just see the teal, then you'll get the black, then we'll get our pattern. Pop that on with a nice thin black layer too. And I love how the bees are all different ways, so there's really no right or wrong way. Then we'll pop our lovely stenciled element onto our back piece here. And again, small border. And I would add glitter for this flower too, but it won't dry in time before we've finished. Let's see where we're going to place first of all. Play around with how you want to format your design as well, because, you know, there are no rules. Simply. And I say this in probably every video I've ever created is, if it makes you happy, you're happy creating it, you think it's fabulous, we don't care what anybody else thinks, right? I probably would put pads under this one just to raise it up a little bit. Make sure you get it straight. Come on, Tony, get it straight. So let's pop him just off to the side here. And I would sparkle his wings as well. I'd give him a little bit of a pinch. And there we go. Very pretty card that took, what, 20 minutes? And it's just some stenciling. Now, I would probably next time do that flower in maybe a pink, because pink is very complementing of yellow, isn't it? So change up the colour, guys. See what you think. Maybe use a plainer background in the papers if you want to. I think it's a fabulous card. What do you think? Drop me a comment underneath and let me know your thoughts. Did you make this card? If so, post it in our Eureka fan page. We need everybody to know next year that the celebration boxes are totally awesome and that everybody should get involved on our 12th birthday on Create and Craft, 12th or 13th. Oh my gosh, where's the time going? Anyway, if you enjoyed that, give me the thumbs up and I will catch you all later. Don't forget to pop a comment underneath this video. Let me know how you're enjoying your celebration boxes. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye.